Pardon us. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, it's probably just good morning to all of you beautiful people, beautiful gambling people, you collegiate football fans, collegiate basketball fans, degenerates, everybody in between, far and wide. Thank you so much for choosing to stop by Cup of Joe on campus on this beautiful Saturday morning. Beautiful Saturday of bets, also known as, so you don't have to check your calendar, November 13th, 2021. I am your humble, honored, hyped, and always handicapping host, Colton, Captain Colt Soroka, and I can't thank you enough for choosing to stop by today. As always, I'm joined on my left by the man, the myth, the degenerate gambling legend, and TTL resident Southsider and Cheesehead himself, Mr. Riley Armags Magnuson. Partner, how you doing over there this morning, pal?
My man, after that beauty of an intro, the vibes are rolling in so solid. And we had a sweaty Friday evening across the slate, dude. What a night we had last night. That'll get your blood pumping. I'm ready for another Saturday of all of the same, another full slate of games. So I'm ready to dive all the way deep into this one, my man.
Absolutely, dude. Did I mention how much I love a good mid-major sweat?
Oh,
did I tell you? Have I mentioned that before? No, it does not get any better than what we saw last night. Did have a couple of rough beats. Mid-major Colts spun the wheels a little bit, a little more than spun the wheels. It wasn't the greatest day. I'll be the first to admit it. A couple of just absolutely brutal. Wright State blowing it at the very end. Wofford blowing it after being up by 6, losing it by 8. We had them at 7. I mean, if I would have got in early at their 8.5, I mean, there was just little things. We're on the right tracks. WKU waking up with 2 minutes left to play in the game and playing how they should have been, closing a 22-point gap and losing by 2 points. My friends, we're on the right sides. Just little things happening so far. So, hey, I'll admit it. A little bit of a wheel-spinning day for your boy, but didn't do too bad over there yourself, my man.
I didn't do very good, if I'm being totally honest.
You did not?
Actually.
Oh, okay.
No,
all right. Well,
I didn't have the best night.
Hey, fuck it. Mind a goldfish in the past. That's why we're live here in primetime this morning, so let's rock and roll. One thing I did give out on the show that I said, hey, I'm looking at this one. I'm not for sure on it. I don't know. Furman Paladins. I think you should sprinkle a little on their money line as well. Son of a bitch, should have gave it out as official play. Both of those hit. So sometimes you just got to trust your gut. Other times, who the hell knows? All that being said, we got another loaded show coming at you guys here today. If you have never been to a Cup of Joe on Campus live stream before, you will not find it on any podcast directories. We do not put out the audio afterwards. It's only a live stream, either on our YouTube channel, Talking the Line Sports Media, at Talking the Line on Twitter, or on our Facebook page, Talking the Line Sports Media. Wherever you're watching, don't forget, hit that follow, like, subscribe, notification bell, hit the share button, send it on over to all of your degenerate gambling pals so we can all cash some collegiate tickets together. Now, enough rambling from us. I'm sure there'll be plenty more rambling. What the hell am I talking about? We got plenty of rabbit holes to dive into. We're going to kick things off today with college football. We'll go through the whole slate as per usual, and then we'll dive into college basketball as well. Now, before I tell you any more about what's actually coming on the show, we actually need to get the show started in the right direction here, partner. It is called Cup of Joe on Campus, you know, my friends, and we are sitting in a pile of beans, right? So, to me, to you, to all you, look at you, fella, to all you beautiful people tuning in to Cup of Joe on Campus on this beautiful Saturday of bets, take your sip, and let's talk some shit.
Wasn't going to go for the, wasn't going to go for the drink out of the pot.
Hey, why not? Get weird.
Yeah. Because
hey, that's a good Cup of Joe.
Our social media intern called me out as far as the safety of my operation I got going on over here. As long as I don't try and do any drinking or, bring it all the way over here, I'm all good. I'm all set.
Oh, fuck. I saw that. And I was like, oh, that's only like halfway on that end table. But, hey, intern, let him know that might not be the safest thing on the planet. All right, my friends. We're slap happy. It's a beautiful day of college football, college basketball here. So let's get on into it. First things first, Saturday football slate. We will run through each and every game. We're obviously not going to spend a lot of time on some of the games. Shout out Roll Tide. Let's do it. Let's get it done. Obviously playing New Mexico State, so it's not really going to be
was that like
a huge
point spread?
Yeah, hotly contested contest, if you will, 51.5. So some games like that we'll just gloss right over. There'll be some that I have question marks on still, partner, that I wanted to get your opinion on. And then I got 7 picks in total from across the board, so not a huge card for me. And then you got 5. So we'll dish those out as we're talking about them. And then, as always, what we will do is I will go ahead and throw them up in the banner as well. So I'll get that banner rocking and rolling and updated here while we're getting things started. So first things first, my friends, getting into the college football slate of the day. Partner, first game up on tap. Any opinions in this one? I know we briefly talked about it. I didn't know if you ended up getting a play out of it. Rutgers Scarlet Knights, Indiana Hoosiers. Hoosiers laying 7 at home. Current total 42.5. Open at 43.5. Dropped down a point. Anything from you on that one?
I was interested in Rutgers at the +7, partner. I'm gun shy on it, though. It seems, I don't know why it seems like a trap. I just feel like the books might be overvaluing Indiana. You look at their schedule, they are, not only were they a disappointment to what we thought they were going to be coming in this season, they're just a flat-out bad Big Ten football team. They're 0-6 in conference. They're losing games bad. And Rutgers, they're not, they're not carrying a banner themselves, but they've at least hung in some games. They got their ass kicked last week against Wisconsin, but Wisconsin does that to the lower level teams. I really feel like Rutgers can hang in there with Indiana the way they've hung in there with the other bad teams in the Big Ten, and they've beaten a couple teams like Illinois. So I want to take the +7, partner, but I don't know why I don't have the Coyones on this one. I don't know.
No, I don't, because I started out back in Rutgers early on in the year, dude, and they were hot, they were moving, they were grooving, they were cashing tickets, and then they've hit this skid, and I think the 7's a trap. I don't think Indiana's good enough to cover a touchdown, but I also have no Coyones to back the Rutgers Knights cover.
Less of Indiana and more just Rutgers might be stay away territory right now.
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's what's stopping me.
150%. Something popped into my head about college basketball last night. Absolutely brutal beat with San Diego State last night, too.
Yeah, that one,
oh,
too.
my gosh. Hey, but
too,
however,
man. Come on.
Ridiculous. And we needed it so bad to catch that parlay. It was right there. It was right there. It was right there. All that being said, it is what it is. But I did put out a play on Chalkboard. We might be discussing a new partnership, some other stuff coming around the corner with our guys. Shout out Ted. Going to be doing a little conversating with him here this afternoon. But put out a play ETSU +2.5, and it was actually my only mid-major play that cashed. So, hey, there you go. There you have it, as long as I give out a best bet. So keeping it in with college football, wanted to get that final piece out. I got nothing on this next game, partner. Houston versus Temple. Houston laying 24.5. Current line at 52.5 after opening at 55.5.
No, thank you.
Yeah, nothing for me either. I got nothing there. As far as next game up on tap, we can't play it, but I think it is potentially a trap and a half. Northwestern at Wisconsin. Wisconsin laying 24.5 points at home. Total set at 41, has not moved at all. What say you, partner? Anything from that end? I know you're a Big Ten homer for sure.
I wouldn't play the spread on this one because like I just said, Wisconsin kicks the ass of these bad teams.
Yeah.
But they sometimes they'll do it like a 24-0, absolute complete and total defensive domination, but still not enough points to cover a spread like this. I'd actually be interested in the under 41 in this because I don't see Northwestern putting up points, and typically I think this would probably be around 35 to 37 points the total, but because of what Wisconsin did to Rutgers last week, putting up 50 I think on them, I think that's why it got a little inflated. So like you said, we can't play this one. I'd actually be really interested in the under in this one though.
Yeah, I would be too. And if I'm not mistaken, looks like it's going to be some bad weather in Wisconsin. Looks like the old covers right here is not one to load for me, but it looks like last I looked, it looked like there's going to be some bad weather in Wisconsin.
Yeah,
so
a little windy. If it's
too.
Anything like what we got right here, it's not ideal.
Not great. If you follow me on Twitter, you saw it yesterday. It is officially snowing in the Windy City, my friend. So we got to lock in. Yeah, 35 degrees, about 15, 20 mile an hour winds. So it's going to be a classic,
weather, baby. That's
classic Big Ten weather. Next game. No, 100%. Take the under. And next game up on tap was going to take the side that looks like the sharp money's coming in on, but I decided to stay away. I got cold feet. Oklahoma at Baylor. Oh, Sick'em Bears was at 5.5, 6.5, down to 4.5 now, and I decided to stay back because I thought, Oklahoma's got to wake up at some point in time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm staying away from this one all in general. Total opened up at 63, down to 62.5. If I'm leaning anywhere, now that I see the movement, I got to still side with Baylor. I think this is one of those games. We are in Baylor, and it is just a classic, paws up in the air, sick and bear domination. And I think maybe they get the outright win over Oklahoma.
Yeah, I'm torn on this one. I'm staying away. I've been, like you said, I've been waiting for Oklahoma to really show up. So I don't know, and I'm staying away. These 5.5 spreads have not been my specialty whatsoever this season, unless I really, really like the underdog. So I'm staying away from this one altogether.
Same with me too, partner. Next one up on tap. I do actually have a play out of. Now, I do not believe you do because you are not as much of a homer on these guys as I am, but East Carolina Purple Pirates against the Memphis Tigres. And my friends, hurry up, get the line in as fast as you can because it is dropping. I think it might go to 4.5, but I would be all right with it to 3.5. I think they still cover it regardless. I'm taking ECU plus 5.5. I got it last night. 5-star play for me. The Pirates are a fucking wagon right now, my friends. Opened at 6, down to 4.5, down to 5, some books. It just kind of depends where it's at right now. Equal offense and defense, both for East Carolina and Memphis. Honestly, you got to give a little bit to the edge for East Carolina. They got a little stronger defense, and that's what I think this game turns into. I think they limit any big plays. They got 77th total yards allowed, 88th against the pass, 67th against the rush, and 56th in points per game allowed at 24. You look at Memphis's D, 82nd in total yards, 101st against the pass, 63rd against the rush, and 89th in points per game allowed, 29.1 overall. I think the Pirates pressure the absolute hell out of Seth Hennigan. That's Memphis's quarterback. I think they force him into a couple of turnovers, a couple of fumbles, a couple of nonsense plays, and they come up with enough stops to at least get us the cover, if maybe not get us the outright win. But we don't need the outright win. Let's stick to the trends as to why they're going to cover. ECU 6-1 ATS last 7. Memphis is 2-4 ATS last 6. ECU 4-1 ATS last 5 as a dog, and 6-1 ATS last 7 on the road. They're also 8-2 ATS if you combine those last 2, last 10 as a road dog. ECU's also 7-0 last 7 conference games, and Memphis 4-9 ATS last 13 as a favorite, and the Pirates handle business in this matchup, my friends. 11-2 ATS last 13 meetings with Memphis, and 5-1 ATS in the great state of Tennessee when playing the Tigers. Give me all the Purple Pirates plus 5.5. I'm comfortable with wherever it moves here today, my friend, because they are an absolute wagon. 6-1 ATS last 7.
I'm interested in partner. Like you said, not my specialty, but you're right.
Yeah.
They've been covering like crazy, so I am interested in it. And I need I've been looking for 1 or 2 extra plays, so that might be one of my ads that I make because I do like that one.
Make it to Purple Pirates. I love the Purple Pirates, man. If I had any, like, my least confident play, like, out of anything, it would be the Purple Pirates that I say that, but, like, I have so much confidence in all of them. Like, that would be like a A- out of all of these.
Sure.
And I really took my time on them. So I love ECU plus 5.5 today. We won't waste a whole lot more time on that. Oh, partner, I know you got a game out of pick out of this next one. The Maine Panthers going up against the UMass Minutemen. What side you falling there?
No, you had me falling into a trap there. No, thank you. I did not look at this one too closely.
Next game up on tap. I did not either, partner. Don't even want to talk about the lines. There's no value there. No. Next game up on tap that I do as well have a play on, my friends. Going to the ACC matchup between the Syracuse Orange and the Louisville Cardinals, my friends. Now, partner, you can attest to this, and I'll just say it flat out. I know you still can't wrap your mind around the fact that Syracuse is a good football team this year, so how the fuck can we expect the books to do the exact same thing? They're still undervaluing the mess out of them, and I'm going to keep backing the Orange until the wheels fall off, and I don't think it's this week. Louisville's playing with a banged-up Malik Cunningham. He may even get some little bit of a snap count, if I do say so myself, with some things that I was reading. I never like Louisville when Malik Cunningham is banged up. When he's healthy, great, but when he is not, their defense just does not produce enough to keep them in ball games, and I think that's what we're going to see here. I think Cuse might even be worth a little bit of a sprinkle on the money line. Schrader, as far as the quarterback for the Syracuse Orange, he can slang the rock if we need him to, but the main key here is going to be Syracuse's rushing attack. They're 3rd in the nation right now, and they're going up against a Syracuse defense that is 33rd in the nation against the rush. So it's going to be ground and pound. It's going to be 41st in the rush for Louisville. Syracuse defense, 3rd in the nation in rushing yards, Louisville defense 41st against the rush. I apologize. So I think it's going to be a long day for Syracuse, or for Louisville rather, on the ground. And then, sorry, it's still early here this morning. And then I think what we're going to see is for any stops that they do get on the ground, I like Schrader to absolutely slang it because Louisville has the 116th ranked pass defense. So that's where all I was going with all of that. But you don't believe me, believe the trends. The Orange 6-1 ATS last 7 on the road, 4-0 ATS last 4 as a road dog, and 7-0 ATS last 7 conference games. Louisville 1-4 ATS last 5 in November, 3-9 ATS last 12 versus a team with a winning record, and Syracuse is 0-6 ATS last 6 meetings overall. I think they break that trend, especially with this how they're playing so far this year, and I think the public looks too much into that trend. So give me all the Syracuse Orange plus 3.5 today in this matchup, my friend.
I like it. Another one that I'm interested in. I've been interested all week, but like you said, I still can't wrap my head around it. It's like I expect this is gonna be goofy, but I expect like a Scooby-Doo, like take the mask off, and it's actually Wake Forest. They're 5-4. This is okay. That makes sense. This is what Wake Forest is right here. Whoever is impostoring Wake Forest over here at 8-1. I don't know about that, but that's where I've been at, dude. I can't wrap my head around it. It's like
I know it. I don't know what.
Yeah, I told you what it's like. I was trying to think of a terrible basketball team that's all of a sudden good, but like the gears aren't grinding over here as well quite yet. So
hey, that's all right. We'll get moving. We'll keep it grooving. A little bit more coffee in the system. We'll get a little more wittier, a little more snappier. But as far as it goes, I'm taking Q's plus 3 in that game. Next matchup on tap. Nothing here from me, partner. UCF going against Southern Methodist SMU. SMU laying 7 at home. Line at 61.5. Any value there for you?
I'm staying away. These teams have been consistently inconsistent, especially SMU. So I think SMU lays the hammer down, but every once in a while they have some letdown spots, and they might even lose this game outright. I could see UCF winning by 7. I could see SMU winning by 20. I'm staying away. I don't like games in which there's a million different ways in which it can finish.
150%. I apologize, my friends. I failed to do my duties as the old producer here as well of this here show. There's the picks. We'll start locking them up as we go along the show, so my 2 are in there for you down there now. Same here, partner. I don't think there's any real value in this game. Son of a bitch, I'm burning down the early slate here this morning, my friend. Next game up on tap. I got a play out of this one. Well, between me and you, I'm mid-the-tippy tight going up against Auburn. We saw first, so all of you can be privy now too. We saw a GIF a long time ago, 2 guys with no teeth in their face, and you just see mid-tippy Tate. We take mid-tippy Tate, and every time we see it, we just got to bring it up. So I'm taking the mid-tippy Tate Bulldogs to get this job done here this afternoon, my friends, and I think they're the valuable side. Really, when I look at this one, what it comes down to for me is going to be the quarterback play, dude. Honestly, you got Will Rogers, you got Bo Nix. Bo Nix, we thought he was going to be back last week, and he absolutely looked like dog shit against Texas A&M. I don't think we can back him in any capacity, and I think this Mississippi State defense is a bad matchup for him. I'm going to take Rogers 9 times out of 10, my friends. 36 for 48 last week with 417, 4 tutties, and a pick, and that was against Arkansas. So a solid defense in and of themselves, and Rogers lit him up. Nix, if he can't run, this offense doesn't run, my friends, and he's not going to be able to today because Mississippi State is 12th in the nation against the rush right now, and they're 48th against the pass. So whichever way Nix wants to try and get it going, he's not going to be able to, and mainly via the ground, and that's where this offense is predicated on. And I'm telling you, if they can't get it rushing, there is nothing they're going to do offensively. We saw it last week with Texas A&M, and I think we see it again this week with Mississippi State because they also hold an edge over Auburn in yards gained, yards allowed, time of possession, and red zone, my friends. But you don't believe me, believe the trends. Mississippi State 4-2 ATS last 6 overall, 5-1 ATS last 6 on the road, and 4-0 ATS last 5 as a road pooch. They're also 4-1 ATS last 5 conference games. Auburn 1-4 ATS last 5 in week 11 and 3-4 ATS last 7. Sharp side so far, my friends, 35% of bets on Mississippi State plus 5.5, getting 67% actual money wagered. Seen it tick down to plus 4.5 on some books. So I love the movement. I love the dogs. I love Leach. Give me all of the points plus 5.5.
Okay, partner. I was more interested in the
mid-tippy tight.
Yeah, I was more interested in that 5.5, and that's not to say that I don't think 4.5 might be the right side. I've just been too much of an Auburn backer, and I'm not trying to jump off the ship because of what happened last week necessarily. That being said, I do not like the number at all if I'm interested in Auburn. I like them to win this game, but I think you're right. I think it might be a field goal game.
I think it definitely will be, and I'm comfortable with the 4.5. And I mean, I just think the market's going, or the public rather, is going to see how the market has priced this at. And oh my gosh, Auburn at home, they play so much better, -4.5. I think it's a weaker trap line. So that's why I'm playing that one. I love Mississippi State +5.5 and at +4.5 as well. Keeping this proverbial podcast train steaming on down the tracks. Next game up on tap. Roll damn Tide, baby. I have zero play out of this one. I'm not laying the 51 with the big old elephants against the Aggies. Total at 67, drop from 68. No opinions here from me. Anything from you, partner?
No, thanks. I'm all good.
All right, one more time. Roll damn Tide, baby. All that being said, next game up on... Oh, shit. Hell yeah, partner. You're going to have one out of this. Bucknell at Army. Army laying 51.5 at home. What say
Another
you?
51-point
yeah,
spread?
How about that? Army against Bucknell.
Army?
That's actually interesting. The Army's laying that much. Total at
That
50.
seems like too many for a service academy.
Let me tell you this. Service
ahead.
Academy unders, 58.5 is this current total in this game right now, pal. So do they just beat them like 57-0, and then that's how it goes under? Like, I don't know what to say here, but Bucknell at Army stinks to high heaven, and I'm going to be staying away from it, my friend.
I mean, yeah, Bucknell's been losing bad within their own, world. So
I'm good. I'm good.
I'm good. No
Next
thanks.
game up on tap that I am also good on, UConn at Clemson. Clemson laying 41 at home. Current total at 51 after opening up at 49. Any side you lean there, partner? I don't think I have the Coyones to back UConn, and I'm definitely not laying 41. So
No, I'm definitely not laying 41, but this does feel like a game where, because Clemson's defense is still good, this feels like a game where, because of how their season's gone, they're just going to take all of their frustrations out on UConn. That's kind of where I lie, but I mean, they could still win by 39 and have that domination fail to cover.
That's
so no,
true.
thank you.
That's true. Shout out our guy Stuck. He is laying the 41 points with Clemson today. So put a nice little
like that's
puke
probably-
emoji right below it too. So I was like,
I feel like,
why even play it?
yeah, sorry to keep trying to cut you off. I feel like if you've probably been on the UConn fade train, it's probably just, I mean, they're not even terrible ATS. So
No.
yeah, no thanks.
No, I'm good on that one. Next one up on tap for this slate here today. West Virginia going up against my boys, Kansas State Wildcats. Wildcats laying 6 at home, total at 47. I'm going to be honest, Mags, I really wanted to lay the 6, and I think it's still the valuable side, but I'm too much of a homer for the Cats, and I'm going to keep myself out of this one. Any side you're playing on this?
I don't know. This seems like I did not look into this one because I just haven't been a big Kansas State game backer or fader.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That seems like a lot of points in this game. Doesn't it feel like this should be closer to 2.5, 3?
I don't know.
Man.
It does, but Kansas has kind of been rolling here. Kansas State has been rolling here lately, and I think they're starting to really find that offense. Per projections right now, Kansas is projected to win 30-21, so that's enough of a cover, but I just don't know that I have the Coyones. It has lost the hook in the wrong direction, too. It was at 6.5, so that worries me even a little bit more, so I think I'm going to stay away from that one all in general.
Well, I mean, the Big 12 has been doing that where they have these games where you think it would be like no higher than a 4-point spread, and it's 6.5, and it's like, all right, well, that's totally a trap for the dog, right? And then the underdog ends up covering half the time. I don't know, so I don't want any part of that one.
100%. I don't think I do either. Next game up on tap. Now, I'm not fucking with you this time. I know you have a play out of this game. Going to Happy Valley is where we're going to. Michigan Wolverines against the Penn State Nittany Lions. Partner, what say you about the Penn State Nittany Lions getting 1.5 at home and the current total set at 48.5?
Give me the Nittany Lions at home. Money line, my friend. I have no issues about this one. Penn State has lost all the respect of the national media because of what they've done. Obviously Iowa and Illinois back-to-back weeks. Let's be honest, guys. If Sean Clifford doesn't get hurt, they beat Iowa, and then they probably don't have a hangover or letdown spot against Illinois. It's obviously a bad loss. I'm not gonna discount that by any means. I truly believe they are the second best team in the Big Ten when they are fully healthy, and they are fully healthy and back on track, got their mojo back. And I think this Michigan team is overvalued. I liked them a lot when they were, kind of around the number 20th, 25th ranked team in the country. But as a top 10 team, they just haven't played anybody to be ranked that high as far as what they actually are. Obviously, they deserve to be there because of their record, but I am not buying into the Wolverines, my friends. Michigan's defense isn't good enough to win this game on their own, and Penn State's absolutely is, and I expect Penn State's defense to show up today and bully Michigan all over the field. If this was in Michigan, I would still take Penn State money line, but this one is in Happy Valley for a massive game. Jim Harbaugh.
Did that just come out of your face?
Yes. Jim Harbaugh does not win big games. We need to stop expecting him to show up and win a big game. It doesn't happen. He just doesn't do it, and this is another spot where he is going to be let down, and the Boo Birds, if they are there in Penn State for Michigan, are be singing loud, and I don't think he should lose his job by any means, but the rumblings of, is this seat a little hot? They're going to start up again, and I think they're probably going to have another letdown spot when they play Ohio State. So I am all over Penn State today, my friends. I have no doubts about this one. This is my favorite play of the entire day. Give me Penn State's money line, and for them to continue rolling on down the tracks after this one, partner.
Well, my friend, I know that you know, but they don't know that I was going to show you down on this one. I like the Michigan side of the ball, but I couldn't find the edge to get in. And I think everything that you kind of put together there really kind of got me over a little bit more to Penn State. But I don't think I'm all the way going over. I think I'm going to sit back. I think I'm going to relax with this nice Big Ten matchup. I think the most valuable play in this one would be the under 48.5. I think it's going to be some really shitty weather, some snow going on too over yonder in the East Coast. So I think that might be one of the most valuable plays on that. You might have something there too.
Honestly, because of how much I love Penn State, I glossed over the over-under, and I love that under, if I'm being totally honest. That might be my favorite Big Ten under of the day. I'm glad you mentioned that part.
Yeah, I think the under, I think you were just so ready to show me down and find everything you possibly could on Penn State that you glossed over
Whether
it.
you're
And then
showing
I
me
said,
down
hey,
or not,
I'm
honestly.
not showing it down. But yeah, the only thing that sticks in my mind is with a loss, man, this just absolutely, it's over for Michigan. There's no more playoff hopes. There's no more like that. So, hey, I put you a big screen there as well, so we'll clip you up. We'll clip your big face up and put you on there once the old Penn State Nittany Lions take care of business against Michigan. You sound like a genius saying that everybody needs to stop believing in Jim Harbaugh. So there you go. There you have it. Next game up on tap. Let's keep this moving and grooving just a little bit faster here, partner, so we got plenty of time for college basketball too. Next game up on tap. Anything from you? Samford at Florida.
What is that, Samford, you said?
Samford at Florida. Samford. Florida laying 35.5 at home. Forget that.
Yeah, no thanks.
Western Kentucky at Rice. Would be interested in this if it was a basketball game. Quite possibly Rice after how Western Kentucky played last night. Rice getting 19 points at home. Any play for you, partner?
No, sir.
Okay, next one up on tap. The Utah State Utes against the Arizona Wildcats. Wildcats catching 24 points at home, partner. Total at 54. Any side you're looking at here?
No, sir. Did not see too much of this one. Not interested in a big point spread like that.
Me either. And as a quick reminder, anybody watching live, if you want some questions answered, you're looking at a game, we gloss over something you wanted to know about, drop them in the chat, drop them in the comments. I'll be sure to read them. We'll answer them live on the show. Next game up on tap, Georgia State Panthers going up the Coastal Carolina Shants. Shants opened up 10-point favorites. They're up to 11.5 just because of the books honoring everybody and their dogs throwing their money at it.
I'll see 13, partner.
Up to 13.5. So yeah, even that's moving. Maybe I'll just update this old page here because I think it's starting to even climb up from there. Yeah, it's starting to climb up from there. So definitely something to look at. I don't know. I know a lot of people were on Georgia State. Now that has moved like that, I bet they're feeling real DUMB dumb, taking the 9.5 or the 10, whatever it was at. I'm staying completely away. I love my Shants, but they've kind of hit this patch where I'm not too sure if they're going to cover a game or not, and don't need to put myself there. So there you go. There you have it. USA, App State. App State laying 21.5 at home. Total at 52. Any side you're looking at here, partner?
No, sir. I mean, am I crazy to think that 21.5 is too many points?
Yeah, it's way too many fucking points, but USA has been abysmal on the road. 1-3 straight up, 0-4 ATS. Don't even fucking touch the Jaguars. Forget that. Next game up on tap, Georgia Southern up against Texas State. Texas State laying 2 at home, and the current total set at 52 after opening up at 53.5. What say you, partner?
I've got nothing on this one. This is not my realm, partner.
All right, well, staying in the great state of Texas, I have a play for the next doggone game we about to talk about, partner. So right here, we're going to the matchup between the Iowa State Cyclones, and we're going up against the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Now, I'm going to get rid of that accent because I need to focus up here. Because my friends...
You got off your Saban accent on that one.
My friends...
You got away from it.
Yeah, hey, sometimes I can get it pulled off. But my friends, I am taking the dog in this matchup, and don't call me crazy. I think the 10.5 points is way too much for Texas Tech. I know they've been on a skid. I know Iowa State is cooking, but just listen to me for a minute. Texas Tech brought in a new head coach, Joey McGuire, and he is a fucking nuclear power plant. Standing off the side of the mic, let's go Raiders! Like just absolutely losing his mind. They have this brand. They're going to be the most hardworking, competitive, disciplined team in college football. That's his brand. That's what he's bringing to Texas Tech. I absolutely love it. Okay, you don't like the head coach deal? Let's talk about the quarterbacks. We got Brock Purdy going up against Tyler Show. Now, why does this matter, my friends? Because these two fellas played 4 times against each other in high school. They know each other very well. They had a lot of hotly contested contests. And if you didn't know, Show has missed damn near this entire season. He's back from injury. With him on the field, it's an entirely new Texas Tech team. You can go back to the beginning of the year. They looked so good. Another thing as to why I think Show's going to get the start, it hasn't been 100% official. Maybe it is by the time this morning, but one of the assistant coaches, interim coach at the time, teased that it was either between him or Donovan Smith. And Donovan Smith is a redshirt freshman who has never started a game of college football. So don't call me a Swami or anything, but just a little process of elimination there. Who knows? So I think it's going to be a back-and-forth battle. Last 2 games between Purdy and Show, 63-60, 65-63. So I think we could see a bananas-type game here, and I think that the favor lies with Texas Tech because they are also coming off a bye and have some really good trends there. So let me tell you about those. ISU 6-13-1 ATS last 20 following a straight-up win of 20-plus points. ISU is also 1-5 ATS last 6 following a straight-up win in general. Texas Tech 4-0 ATS last 4 following an ATS loss. 13-3 ATS their last 16 following a bye week. And 5-2-2 ATS last 9 as a home puppy. Give me all of the Texas Tech Red Raiders plus 10.5. They got a nuclear power plant as a head coach now. This quarterback duel is going to be absolutely electric. Call me crazy now. Feel free to quote me later. I'm telling you, Purdy and Show, this is going to be a fireworks affair.
I think I'm with you, partner. I think this offense is good enough to hang in within the 10, no doubt about it, or even win. And Iowa State's offense isn't good enough, in my opinion, to throttle them by 2 touchdowns. Their coach kind of reminds me of Dan Campbell on speed or something like that. That's what it reminds me of. Just that guy that you want to root for. So I think I'm going to be jumping on it. I mean, the quarterback reasoning is honestly the last final thing that pushed me over the edge for you. So I'm going to be jumping on that one with you. Let's
do it, dude. Let's get it to the pay window. Next game up on tap, I got nothing. ULL at Troy. ULL laying 6.5 on the road. The Raging Cajuns are just that team that like to burn you at those touchdown spreads. So I suggest stay far the fuck away. Next game on tap, Charlotte at Louisiana Tech. Anything from you, partner?
No, sir.
Nothing from me. Next game up, UAB at Marshall. You know the Thundering Herd are my boys. They're my darlings, but I do not like to back them in a favorite spot. Laying 5. Pretty reasonable. UAB hasn't been great, but they have been solid on the road. 3-1 straight up, 3-1 ATS. I'm staying far away. Anything from you?
No, nothing on this one as well.
Okay. USM, Southern Miss, Texas San Antonio, UTSA. The Roadrunners laying 32.5 at home. They have been hot, but I don't think 32.5 hot. USM's pretty doggone good in certain phases, but they just cannot get a win and they cannot get a cover. So I'm not backing either one. I'm staying out of that one.
Yeah, nothing on me. Nothing cool. For me on that one.
Next one up. Hey, I don't know. Maybe every once in a while, I know you like the old Roadrunners, so who knows? But
yeah.
Next game up on tap. I do have another play out of this one. This one is 2:30 slate. This is the game between Miami and Florida State. And my friends, this line stinks to high hell, so I am going to be backing the Florida State Seminoles plus 2.5. Currently seeing 28% of bets and a whopping 58% of actual money wagered. This is set up setup line if I ever saw it, my friends. Miami beat Georgia Tech last week by 3 points. Now, they were 10.5-point favorites in that game. Now you're here to tell me that they're going to drop all the way down to minus 2.5, and they're going to, easy, take care of business. The Miami Hurricanes are 2.5-point favorites. You have got to be kidding me. If you look across the board, even though FSU had a terrible start to the season, they're starting to get their legs under them. And that being the case, their numbers are starting to positively regress back to the mean and where they need to be. They're actually a little bit better team across the board, and I think this turns into a defensive battle. FSU 67th in total yards allowed, 73rd against the pass, 70th against the rush, and 71st points per game allowed. Compare that to Miami, 85th total yards allowed, 112th against the pass. That secondary is not the same. They get gashed, 47th against the rush and 98th in points per game allowed. This turns into a shootout. Give me all of Florida State, my friends. Plus 2.5 setup line with them at home. But you don't believe me. Believe the trends. Miami, 4-10 ATS last 14 as a road favorite. 1-4 ATS last 5 following a straight-up win. 1-4 ATS last 5 November games. And the underdog in the last 21 meetings between these two teams, 16-5 ATS. We bet numbers, not teams and storylines, my friends. Give me FSU plus 2.5.
I jumped on it with you, partner. I needed to hear a little bit to get pushed over the edge. I've been back in Florida State a few times this year, and I like them in spots like this where they're not playing a good defense. Had some a couple games the last 2 weeks that I think people are, have lost even more respect from them, but it was against good teams and good defenses in Clemson and NC State, and that's not the case of what we're seeing today. I think their offense has a big day at home today.
100%. I think you are right on the right page. Glad you're backing me there, partner. Quick production duties from me, and then we will you are taking PSU on the money line, correct?
Correct.
Okay, perfect. There we go. There we have it. And now they're all updated, so you can take a look at them as we're continuing talking. So there we go. Ready to rock and roll. Next one up on tap, my friend. I was looking. I don't think I got anything out of this one. Duke, Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech laying 11 at Lane Stadium. Anything from you there?
No, I mean, I'm interested in Virginia Tech. Their offense has been not fun to watch the last few weeks, and I don't want any part of them.
Sure. Next one up, Boston College, Georgia Tech. I think you were looking at Boston College. Am I wrong or am I right?
You are very correct. I am all over Boston College money line today. This one actually might be my second favorite behind Penn State money line. Right now, I believe is still at plus 1.5 on the spread. But I like the money line, man. They get Phil Jurkovich back last week against Virginia Tech. The bad offense that I was just talking about handled them extremely well. Their defense plays well when they aren't matched up against those high-flying offenses that the ACC has right now. And I think this offense does enough, and I think this defense does enough against a really inconsistent Georgia Tech offense. I don't really have any issues about it. I really believe in Phil Jurkovich in this game right here. Like I said, the only teams that scare me against Boston College are the Wake Forest, Virginia, UNC, these teams that can put up 40, 50 points. Sure. I don't see Georgia Tech as that type of threat today, and I like them to win outright. Partner, are you with me, or are you still staying away on this one?
Fuck yeah, I'm with you. I love Boston College. You know me. That's why I backed him last week and crushed your ass in the red bandana game. Jurkovich coming back. He is a stud and a half. That was another reason why I took the Boston College Eagles in that one. I think they handled Georgia Tech pretty easily, even with this game being in Georgia. I love Boston College plus the 1. It opened up at plus 2, so hey, already dropping in your favor, my friend. Give us the Eagles in that game. Let's keep it moving, partners. We got plenty of time for college basketball. Florida Atlantic, Old Dominion. Nothing there. Florida International at Middle Tennessee. Nothing there.
Nothing. Might be good basketball games, but no thanks.
Might, but not on the gridiron, my friends. No. Minnesota at Iowa, partner. Anything from you, Big Ten homer?
I was trying so hard, man, but I have to stay away.
Stay away. That's disgusting.
A lot of people like Minnesota with the plus 4.5. It feels like a Minnesota trap to me, dude. I'm not buying it. Like I think I've been backing Minnesota in certain spots. But against a defense like this, they lost 14-6 to Illinois last week. Illinois got their problems, but they actually have a really solid defense. And if Minnesota couldn't move the ball in that Illinois defense, I don't think they can move it against this Iowa defense, who is better, in my opinion, than Illinois' defense. And, Iowa's offense still scares me a bit as far as backing them. So
you got to play in this game?
No.
Okay, so let's keep it moving, keep it grooving if you ain't got to play. Next game up, Purdue versus Ohio State. Ohio State laying 20.5 at home. Did you have the Coyones to go over to the Buckeyes?
No, sir. No. I like them, though, but no.
All right. I know you can get real homery about your Big Ten, man. We got to keep it moving, keep it grooving. I apologize. Next game up on tap.
You did that to me.
Very interesting. I know I did. I shouldn't have even glossed. I should have kept it moving. Next game up on tap. Georgia Bulldogs, Tennessee Vols. Georgia laying 20 on the road. I think it's right under the key number because they win this by 21. Call me crazy. You thinking you got to play in this game? What say you?
I don't have a play in this one. I just haven't been enjoying back in these Georgia spreads, so I'm staying away from this one too.
Yeah, too much chalk to eat. Next game up on tap. Anything from you from South Carolina at Mizzou? Mizzou laying a point, one solo point at home.
I was trying to fit myself into it, but no.
No, me neither. Next one up, UTEP against the UNT Mean Green. Mean Green laying a point at home. Anything you like there, partner?
No, sir.
Me either. Tulsa at Tulane. That one stinks to me. +3. Tulane is getting at home rather. Total of 55.5. Do you see any value there?
No, sir.
Me either. Hawaii UNLV. If this was a basketball game, I would absolutely love it. Hawaii laying 3.5 on the road. I really have no interest in going anywhere near that game.
Nope. Got to be an 11 p.m. Sweat for me if I want to back Hawaii football.
150%. Maryland at Michigan State. Holy cow, shouldn't have stopped here. Michigan State laying 11.5. Current total 61.5. Anything there from you?
I got no opinions on this one.
Yeah, me neither. I think Sparty continues to roll against Maryland. Next one up, Arkansas State against UL Monroe. I have absolutely zero from here. Stanford at Oregon State. I was going to sack up and lay the 12.5 with Oregon State just because I think Stanford is that bad, but I did not have the Coyones, my friends, and you will not see it on my card.
Same with me.
All right. And then have you dished out anything other than Penn State money line, I'm just thinking?
Boston College as well.
That's right. That's what I was just like. What did I not add? Okay, so let me add that there for you too. +2, +1. I'll just put it at +1 because that's what I'll put it at +2 because that's what you're at. Okay, so keeping it moving, keeping it grooving. That way you guys can see all the plays. There you go. There you have it. Next one up on tap, Kentucky Vanderbilt. Kentucky laying 21.5 on the road. They've kind of returned to form here last couple weeks, but I really see no value in them laying that many against Vandy. No, we're both staying away. Next one up on tap, Sun Devils at Washington. Sun Devils laying 6 on the road. Washington couldn't take care of almost this exact spread last week against Oregon. Are you back on your Huskies, partner, or are you finally staying away?
No, sir. You said it. They couldn't stay in it, and it was a monsoon, and they couldn't stay in the game. I'm interested in the Sun Devils, but I got nothing right now.
Absolutely. Next game up on tap, I do have a play out of. I'll be quick in a hurry with this one. Texas A&M at Ole Miss. I am taking the Texas A&M Aggies -2.5. I'm laying it. I think this is the perfect spot. I do not think this is a setup line. Sometimes you just need to take what you see, and that is exactly what I'm doing. Texas A&M -2.5. Feels like a trap, especially with Coral being a little bit banged up. Not exactly sure what's going to happen with him. And then Zach Calzada has really been able to hold his own for Texas A&M. We saw it last week against a really good Auburn defense, and I think he continues to roll here against the Ole Miss defense, who has proven that they're a far cry from not allowing 51 to 60 to 70 points in a game. So I'm going to side with Texas A&M. Don't believe me, believe the trends. They're 4-0 ATS last 4 conference games, 4-1 ATS last 5 following a straight-up win, 7-2 ATS last 9 as a road favorite, and 5-0 ATS last 5 on the road overall. Ole Miss, 2-5 ATS last 7 conference games, 1-7 ATS last 8 in the West Division, and last but not least, 2-9 ATS last 11 as a home pooch. Do not fall into the trap. Do not take the points here. You need to lay the 2.5 with Texas A&M, and I certainly will be.
This is actually one of my 5, partner. I added this one this morning on my card, so I am going to leave that one in my ticker as well. I don't have too much to add here, but I
didn't know you added.
Yes, sir. I think Texas A&M is the 3rd best team in this conference, behind Georgia and Alabama. And if they're as good as they should, or as good as I think they are, they should roll over Ole Miss. It concerns me that it is as low as it is, but like you said, Ole Miss's defense is bad, and Texas A&M's defense is really damn good. So give me the Aggies as well on my side of things.
Yeah, I think it's that low just to get the public to buy in, my friend. The Ole Miss Rebs have been the public darling, and I don't think Coral even sniffs the Heisman. I'm sorry.
No.
I just don't. And so many people are so high on him winning the Heisman this year. I'm just like, okay, he's good. He's great. He's awesome. He's wonderful. But let's temper expectations just a little bit more. So me and Mags both taking the Aggies, -2.5. Next game up on tap, I got nothing. Air Force at Colorado State. Air Force laying 2.5 on the road. Anything from you, dawg?
I was interested in Air Force, but no thank you. I'm out on this one.
All right, bruh. Next game up on tap, New Mexico Lobos up against Fresno State. Anything from you?
No, sir.
Me neither. Oh, got something here. NC State Wolfpack at Wake Forest Demon Decowns. I know we both have a play in this one.
Yes,
I know we have the exact same play, so I'll kick it off, partner. We'll take in the NC State Wolfpack money line. Open at 2.5, down to 1, 1.5, 2, 1, all over the map. The books can't make up their mind. What it's showing me is that they know they screwed up. They know they should have made NC State the favorite in this one, and they're moving the line all over the place to try and get as much money as they possibly can on Wake Forest so they don't get their absolute asses burned off with this game today. It's a setup line and a half, my friends. Wake Forest already dropped a game that they shouldn't have. They should not have lost to UNC last week. That was an absolutely brutal game, and especially after that spot, I think they come in right here again and drop another one by definitely more than a point, by 2 points. It might even be a touchdown, but with the value you're getting on the money line, I got to take the money line every day of the week. Trends for me before I kick it over to you, partner. NC State 7-1 straight up last 8 in the ACC. 5-1 ATS last 6 conference games. 6-1 ATS last 7 versus the Atlantic. NC State is also 8-3 ATS last 11. And Wake Forest, my friends, my personal favorite of the day, 1-4 ATS last 5, following a straight up loss. The miracle season's over. It's a huge letdown spot. Give me the Wolfpack on the money line. What say you?
Man, my man, I am all over it as well. I really like NC State's defense. I think they're just the flat-out better team here. No disrespect to Wake Forest because they are fun to watch, but you look through their schedule, they haven't faced a single competent defense, let alone a good defense, and that's what we have here in NC State. I mentioned earlier that all these offensive teams in the ACC, that's basically been at Wake Forest's schedule, the offensive teams that have no defense, and now they get a really good defensive team that can hold their own on offense. I think NC State smacks them in the mouth. And as far as a team that goes undefeated and then loses one game, as opposed to a bounce-back game, I see a hangover. Damn, we just lost our undefeated season, with a hangover for at least one more week. So I think we got a nice play here with NC State.
Big time, my friend. That does it for my card. I got nothing else out of any of the following games. Do you have anything to discuss? I got nothing I really like or need to banter about. Notre Dame, Virginia. Did you end up having a play out of that one? Okay,
yes,
Notre
sir.
Dame, Virginia. What you got?
I got the over 64 in this one, partner. I have been watching both of these teams quite a bit this season, especially Virginia, actually.
Yeah.
One of those offenses they talk about on the ACC, that is a high-flying offense. They are really explosive. They put up massive amounts of points. 3 straight games with 40 points, 5 straight with at least 30 points. Neither team's defense is going to be able to slow down the other one. Notre Dame's offense can put up points all the same. They've got 4 straight 30-plus point games. So I think it's going to be a similar game to what they did against UNC. I believe they won 44-34. I think it's going to be right in that same ballpark. I think Notre Dame gets the outright win. I think this is going to be a hell of a game to watch, and it's going to be at least, 35. Lowest scoring team is going to have 34-35. Like I said, winner might have 40-45, maybe even higher than that. I only put a half unit on this one because, my totals aren't really my specialty outside of the Big Ten, but I think we see fireworks in this one, my man. I've been watching enough of these teams to feel pretty confident about this one.
I agree with you. I think the over is probably the most value in this game. You got me sided over. Not much else I got to say there, man. I think it's great value at the 63. So there you go. There you have it. I hate me some fucking Notre Dame. So always got to get an opportunity to jam that in. Hopefully UVA puts up $1 million on them. Kansas at Texas. No interest in laying the 31 for me with the Horns. Next game up, Razorbacks, Woo Pig Suey against Louisiana State University Tigers. Go Tigers!
Go Tigers.
Nothing there for me, man. I would love to back the Tigers. I would love to back Arkansas, but I think I'm going to just watch. So
yeah, love them both.
Yeah, absolutely. Me too. Next game up, Texas Christian against Oklahoma State. I wanted to lay the 12.5 with OK State. I'm glad I didn't. Down to 11.5 now. TCU can't cover a fucking bet if you called them a blanket, partner. 1-2 ATS on the road, 2-6-1 ATS overall. But I just don't have the Coyones to lay that much with the Cowboys. Next one up. Nope, go ahead.
I was interested in TCU, but yeah, same with me. Actually,
suck.
like you said, they can't cover, but these matchups typically are really, really scrappy. But I'm out on this one.
Mm-hmm. I think UCLA takes care of Colorado rather handily. I don't know if by more than 18, but also Colorado can't cover anything if they tried, so nothing from me there. Utah State at San Jose State. I know you're not the biggest homer on those guys either, so nothing from me there. San Diego State at Nevada. Laying the 3 would be where I would lean there, but that is just because I'm an Aztec homer. I think I'm going to stay away from that one in general. And then last but not least, closing out there's 2 more closing out. I apologize. Washington State at Oregon, and then USC at Cal. USC laying 2 against Cal. I think that's a setup line. I feel like Cal takes care. Oh, no, I apologize. That's on December. That's not even, fuck that. Forget that game. Last game on tap. Washington State, Oregon. I don't know how that's in there. Washington State getting 14 on the road. I think this is a little bit of a setup spot for Oregon. I wrote it down as something to look at, something to kind of keep my eye on. I don't know if I'm going to end up hammering it in, but anything you can draw from there before we move into college basketball?
Yeah, it's a lot of points. I was expecting it to be under a 10-point spread, so I'm interested in Washington State, honestly, but I got no interest here as far as actually playing something here.
Yeah, I don't either. So, all right, my friends, there you go. There you have it. Let me update the old ticker one more time here so we have everything moving and grooving, and we will get into college basketball. We'll try and move a little bit faster. You know, we just get windy here in these times, so sometimes things happen. So, Notre Dame versus UVA over 63. Okay, there we go. There we have it. All of Mag's picks, all of my picks, everything in there for you, my friends. All right, let's keep it moving, keep it grooving. That's everything for college football. Now let's go into our love, what we are extremely passionate about, college basketball. Now, we'll be able to move through these a little bit quicker because a lot of them, it's just like going to be hell no. There's no reason to even look at that or even talk about that. Let's just keep it glossing. So, first game up, my friend, Nebraska Neome against Ball State. Ball State laying 9.5. Any interest from you?
No, sir.
Me either. I was leaning Ball State, but they got their asses clapped by Josso as 3.5-point dogs. So I'll be staying away from their first game of the year. CSU Northridge at Notre Dame. Notre Dame laying 24 as a favorite at home. Any value there for you, partner?
No, sir.
Me either. Next game up, I wanted to just briefly touch on. I had it on my slip. I don't know if I'm going to end up backing it. You ended up fading them. Our first college basketball plays, the USF Bulls. And they took care of old Bethune-Cookman pretty damn easy. Josso took care of Ball State rather convincingly as minus 3.5-point favorites. They're 6.5-point dogs on the road to USF. USF looked good at home. I really like Josso catching the 6.5. Per the ratings right now, too, they're actually projected to win 74-66. So catching 6.5, told you that yesterday about the Furman Paladins. Look what the fuck happened. I wasn't 100% I wanted to bring it on the show, but the more I talk about it now, it might be one of the ones that I end up adding here post-show.
That rating was on Oddshark, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, so you at USF, that Bethune-Cookman, they had Bethune-Cookman winning that game outright on Oddshark as well. So I'm going to stay away from this one. I don't know if
I think that was just that was a spot that we didn't need to the Bethune. And Bethune, Georgia Southern's totally different than Bethune-Cookman, and that was 20. Yes, I don't know. So I will see. I don't know if I end up adding it. Copen State, UConn laying 35. No interest there. Southern at Tulane laying 14.5 at home. Anything from you?
No, sir.
Doubted it. Carver Bible College against Nicholls State, one of the most heated games of the day. Anything from you with no ATS even open on this game? No, sir.
Yeah, give me the Carver State, no ATS at all.
100%. Air Force at Tulsa. Tulsa laying 14.5 at home. Anything you see there? I fucking liked Air Force at the 14.5. I think we got lucky backing them just a few days ago. I didn't want to force anything again, so staying away from Air Force.
No thanks.
Okay. UIC against Valpo. Can't bet it. Can't do anything with it. But is there something you need to say?
That's why it wasn't on my damn board. I was like, okay, it's not on FanDuel.
So you did analysis and everything for this play, and you couldn't figure it out?
I didn't write out a ton, but I was like looking at FanDuel. It's like, oh, why isn't this game on here? All right, I'll come back. It'll be there.
Were you
again.
fading Valpo?
Yeah, I got UIC plus 3.5.
University of Illinois, Chicago, man. What?
Yep, that's the one. Just change the damn laws. Let us bet our fucking Illinois teams, especially for basketball, dude. Football, whatever.
Oh, I love you. I love you.
Basketball teams.
Oh, that's electric.
If you're not in Illinois,
electric.
I like UIC plus 3.5. Valpo is overvalued in my opinion. I rate this one at a pick 'em.
I'll put it on there. UIC plus 3 can't play.
As my chair's drifting away from my damn camera over here.
Oh, I absolutely love it. All right, there we go. There we have it.
It's on. Can't bet it, and I'm like,
it's on there. What are you talking about? Can't bet it. Oh shit. All right, next game up. I was going to take a side here. Mount St. Mary's against St. Joe's. I am a Red Hawks homer, and I was going to take the Red Hawks minus the 7. I decided to stay away. Anything you deducted in that matchup, partner?
No, sir. I'm interested to watch that one, though. Those teams were teams to find some value in last year. I assume they'll be in similar spots this year.
Yeah, I fucked up yesterday. A team that always has good value is Bryant. They were catching plus 8.5. They ended up winning outright. Great team to back, and I just didn't trust my gut on that one. I was like, no way, Bryant comes out the same way. Yeah, they absolutely did. Next game up on tap, I actually got a play out of Central Florida going up against Miami, my friends. Okay. And I'm taking UCF plus the 2.5. I think that this is a complete setup line. Why the hell is UCF only plus 2.5 against Miami? Well, it's because they're actually a damn good team. They're actually 64th in the nation per KenPom, whereas Miami is only 84th. So a little bit better team for being the smaller school. And there is a reason that this line is so low. It's because it's a setup, my friends. And the public, if you look, they finally woke up now, and now money's starting to flood in on Miami. As soon as they woke up, as soon as they didn't see it, it's been sharp action all day, or all week long, rather, on UCF. But you don't believe me. Believe the trends. I absolutely love them. UCF 7-1 ATS last 8 following a straight-up win. 4-1 ATS last 5 on the road. 6-2 ATS last 8 overall. The U 2-5 ATS last 7 following an ATS loss. 0-5-1 ATS last 6 as a favorite. And 0-4-1 ATS last 5 as a home favorite. Give me all of the UCF Golden Knights, my friends. I usually back them in the football spot, but I'm going to back them in a basketball spot. I think they are the valuable side for my first best bet on today's college basketball slate.
I'm going to add this one with you, partner. I've been waiting. I was waiting to hear your thoughts on this one because I did like this was one that jumped out to me that I just got a little hesitant on. I think Miami's going to be a weird team this year, and it's going to start early on in the season, so I like this one.
100%. So there you go. There you have it. My first college basketball pick of the day. And I may or may not be so confident, and this might just absolutely crush it through the floor. Maybe not. Who knows? But that I might have just tossed a little sprinkle on all 6 of my basketball plays here today in a nice little parlay. Who knows? Okay. Who am I? Who's to say? Next game up on tap, FGCU against our boys, Loyola Chicago. FGCU has been my fucking darlings for a long time. They're catching 18.5. If I could bet it, I would probably take the 18.5 with FGCU. Really? But Loyola returning a lot of guys. They're a solid fucking team. So
speaking of Oddshark, I saw a projection. They had him smoking them. FGCU. Oh, real bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, nothing there. We obviously can't play it. Next one up, Harvard at Iona. I am a fucking Rick Pitino homer, my friends. I love him. I love the Gales. I loved him when he was at Louisville. I still fucking love him. I had Iona minus 7 on my card this morning. Decided to take it off because I just don't want to get too greedy. Iona took care of business first game, covered minus 6.5 with relative ease. I just don't want to get too wild. That was against App State. We took care of business against App State yet again with ETSU plus 2.5 last night, my friends. I just don't have enough faith that they're going to take care of business against Harvard, who can be a little scrappy team from time to time.
Yeah, that's my thoughts exactly, honestly. Kind of what we talked about with, I believe it was Yale, maybe even yesterday or the day before. I want to see what Harvard is. Sometimes they've got a squad,
100%.
And they could easily take care of this spread or win outright, honestly.
100%. I agree with you there. So we'll yield back on that one. Lamar against Miami, Ohio. Miami, Ohio laying 12.5. I got nothing there either. I was very interested, and I don't know if it's just because I'm a homer from last year, but NC North Carolina A&T, going up against Jacksonville U. I love NC A&T. They are just a crazy backdoor cover team, insane. They'll be getting fucking crushed the whole game and then come out of nowhere and get you a cover. +1 on the spread, opened up +1.5 right around there, and now it's sticking just pretty much a straight pick 'em. I wanted to put A&T on the card today, boys. I did, but I decided to leave them off. I'm going to keep some eyes on them, keep some tabs on them, but write down NC A&T Bulldogs because they are a fucking sneaky team from time to time.
Okay, that's your team to watch, huh?
A team to watch right now, for sure. NC A&T. Take a look. Moving right along. Colgate at NC State. Wolfpack laying 9 at home, partner. We took them in the college football slate. You got the Coyones to just back them right here on the college basketball slate, too.
No, sir. Don't like them as much on the hardwood quite yet. No disrespect to them. I really like their football team. That's why I said that. But no, I'm out on this one.
Okay. Pretty much same for me. Banner back up. All right. Next game, St. Tom against St. Francis Brooklyn. Another one you need to keep your ear to the streets on. St. Francis Brooklyn Terriers. They're a fucking cover machine. Laying 8 total points today. Not too interested in dropping all of that, but you catch them as a +4 dog to a pick 'em. Absolutely love the Terriers in those spots. So keep your ears to the streets. Your mid-major guys always got your back, even though I absolutely got crushed yesterday. But my favorite mid-major of the day, ETSU, my darlings, I told you on yesterday's show, they took care of business. That's all we fucking care about. Best bet of the day. Wonderful. Next one up on tap. Ooh, this one should be a good game, partner. Mercer going up against Winthrop. 2 pretty consistent tournament teams, or at least one of them, with them being really similar, at least one of them makes it into the tournament. Winthrop made it last year. Mercer was teasing it. 4.5 are the Eagles laying at home. I'm interested in Mercer +4.5, but I just don't know how good Mercer is going to be quite yet this year. I need to see a little bit more from both teams, and then I think I can start diving into the Mercer and Winthrop markets.
Yeah, I'm interested in Mercer plus the 4.5, but I'm not sure what Winthrop is. They had the one game against probably a D2 school. It looks like.
Yeah.
Don't know who it is. They they lost. I'm sorry, they lost 110-78 a few days ago to a team that I don't know who they are. And Mercer covered a +19. That's what Action App is telling me. And Mercer covered a +19 against the Muss Bus, Arkansas.
Oh, yeah, they sure did. Well, Winthrop, it says they're 1-0 on covers, and obviously I can't freaking get it up rocking and rolling now because everybody and their fucking dogs are trying to check shit this morning.
No, at the top.
They won 110-78.
Okay.
Against, I don't know, sucking Northwest South left out University, Mary Baldwin University. Mary Baldwin Fighting Squirrels, partner. The Mary Baldwin Fighting Squirrels. I shit you fucking not.
Love it.
There you go. There you have it.
Thanks.
No thanks. I'm good. Dartmouth, Georgetown, G-Town laying 16. Consistent tournament team in G-Town, but not worth an early season lay of that much chalk, if I do say so myself.
No, definitely not.
Next one up on tap, Merrimack going up against Rutgers. Rutgers laying 13 at home. Anything from you, dude?
No. Interested to see what Rutgers is. They were a solid team last year.
Me too.
Yeah, not sure what quite they are yet this year, though.
Yeah. It wasn't from Rutgers. Who was that guy on UCLA last night? Where did he transfer from Maryland? Was that he's got the
I think it might have been Rutgers. I'm blanking.
Chin strap, or was it Rutgers?
Blank, but I think
he's got
Rutgers.
like the thick chin strap and then like no type of beard. I can see his face. I can't
blank,
fucking think what his. I think that's where he came from too. I was like, oh shit, he hit the transfer portal. We break for nobody. All right, shout out John Rothstein. Vermont at Maryland. Man, I was interested in Vermont against UNI this week. They were 2.5-point dogs, shot up to 7.5-point dogs. They ended up winning the fucking game outright. So what does line movement mean? I don't know. I'm not taking Vermont +11.
No?
I like them, but I just can't get all the way in the boat with them.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know enough about them. I don't know enough about Maryland quite yet. They failed to cover a couple of spreads so far, and a big win for Vermont. But yeah, I'm gonna sit this one out.
Yeah, I think Vermont could be very tricky. So little UVM +11 may worth an ad later. Howard at fuck Bradley. Anything for you?
Nope. Fuck 'em.
Okay, fuck them. Hartford Rollbirds. Hartford at Army. It is a straight up pick 'em. Hartford against Army. That's very interesting. I got nothing out of that, but to see that, I would almost be interested in taking Hartford in that game. Hartford is very sneaky mid-major for sure, but nothing from me.
Nope.
Cool. Next one up, G-Webb, Gardner-Webb Bulldogs, one of my favorite mid-majors to back from time to time. They are catching 20.5 on the road against the Muss Bus and the Woo Pig Sueys. I don't think I got the Coyones to back G-Webb in this spot. As a matter of fact, I know I don't. I didn't add him to the card. Muss Bus is a dog. I think after coming up that a little bit short on the cover department against Mercer, I think these boys are going to lay the hammer down. So, not going to back Arkansas, but I think 20.5 is they can take care of that, no problem against G-Webb.
Might be worth a look. If I'm looking for an afternoon sweat, Muss Bus is a guy that I can trust, I feel like.
Fuck yeah. So it might be worth it. Might be worth it. We'll see. Wrote down. Miami Hamilton, UT Martin. Anything from you, my friend?
No. Nothing for
me either. One of my favorite college basketball teams of all time, returning almost all of their 2020 starters, the St. John's Red Storm, going up against the St. Pete's Peacocks. I can't lay the 13.5. St. Pete's burned my ass against the VCU. I took VCU, laid the 9.5. They absolutely crushed me. I couldn't believe it. I got beat by a fucking peacock. I will not let that happen again. I digress. Anything from you?
No, sir. Nothing from me.
Okay, USA, Wichita State. Wichita State laying 12, but I don't think that the Shockers are in shocking form. 0-1 ATS so far. Can't really trust USA because they played a team where they didn't even have a spread set, so I think that's going to kind of be the case here. I think 12 is right about the perfect number. This son of a gun might even finish right on 12 points. Anything from you?
No, I'd be interested in USA, but yeah, I'm out.
For sure. No even idea who the fuck we're not even talking about those. Not talking about that team. Yeah, that's not even a team that has any ATS on. Okay, here we go. Some really UNO Spring Hill, New Orleans Spring Hill. Why do I even need to talk about that? Old Dominion at James Madison. Now, partner, I was rather shocked to see this play on your card this morning. Couldn't believe it. I said, is this man turning into mid-major mags over there?
Oh.
And then we had a little bit of a discussion. You said, oh, fuck, I remember. We backed them all the time last year. I said, son of a bitch. I totally forgot. They were my mid-major darlings, or one of them. I got about 20 of them, but these are one of them, my friend. So we're going to the James Madison Dogs, and they are not underdogs today. They're the favorites. We're laying the 1 points with them. They are playing good. They're actually the Dukes. I apologize. Are they the Dogs?
Yep.
Yeah,
James
they're the
Madison
Dukes.
Dukes.
Dukes. They're hot, both sides of the ball. They shot 65% in their first game of the season from the floor. They're 11th in field goal percent right now, and their defense is playing well in addition. 13th in total scoring defense right now. They're going to get out and push the pace against Old Dominion. They are 33rd in tempo per KenPom, going up against ODU's 270th ranked tempo team. I think James Madison is going to boat race them all day long. You don't believe me? Before I kick it over to my partner, believe the trends. JMU 4-1 ATS last 5 Saturday games, 6-2 ATS last 8 as a favorite, and 5-2 ATS last 7 as a home favorite. They're also 66-1 ATS last 5 following a straight up win, and I project this game right around 73-60. So you got to take it in that spot. Partner, what say you?
My man, it appears that the books realize they may have made a mistake. It is up to -3.5 right now on both FanDuel and DraftKings. I don't know about you. Obviously, we like it better where we caught it, but I'd still be interested at -3.5.
Yeah, I'm not.
You mentioned it, dude.
No.
You had me on them last year, and the train is still rolling. They were one of the best teams in the country ATS. I think it was around 12-5 ATS. So I think that's going to continue this year. Old Dominion's usually a solid team, but from all accounts, it appears that James Madison is the much better team in this matchup. So I am happy to lay any points up to probably 4.5, I would say, with the Dukes. But I'm glad we cut it down at -1.5.
I did too, my friend. Let's rock and roll. It definitely makes me happy you said that. All right. Next, we don't need to talk about that one. A team, keep your ears to the street. No value here today, but LaSalle going up against Albany. LaSalle. The LaSalle, goodness gracious, I think I want to say Pioneers, but I know it's not the Pioneers. I know it's something like that, and I want to make Explorers. Pioneers, Explorers, pretty fucking close. LaSalle Explorers, a team that covers like crazy as a dog. They are a very, 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 very valuable dog, but I do not care to lay 8.5 points with them, so I'm staying away on that one. Anything from you?
I might be interested, man. I guess it looks like I didn't realize they lost outright to Sacred Heart. I didn't look too closely at that one, but I think we mentioned yesterday. I really like the A10, man, against these lesser conferences. So I actually might be interested in LaSalle here. Albany had a rough night the other night, losing bad as a +3 dog. So I'm a little interested in the old Explorers today.
For sure. Are you wired in for your internet, or are you on Wi-Fi?
I'm currently on Wi-Fi today.
Yeah, that's you're a little bit blurry right now. So just remember a little plug-in, makes it a little bit easier.
I had to
Whatever.
move my setup a little bit today to the other room.
Oh yeah, I had to make sure we had the coffee pot. I understand. It's all good. I get it. So you're coming back. No big deal. No harm, no foul. Next one up on tap. Ooh, keep your ears to the street on this one too, my friends. Loyola Maryland against Charleston. Now I do believe this is Charleston, like as in Illinois Charleston. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is.
I don't think so.
No, it's not. I don't think it is. Never mind. Charleston Cougars. No, it's not. Ear to the street, Loyola Maryland. Very, very valuable. I actually like them at the +6.5. That might even, I don't know how that one kind of glossed over for me. Maybe because it's still probably early on in the year. I think it's going to be pretty doggone valuable. Charleston has been solid. They're 2-0 ATS and straight up at home right now. But Loyola Maryland's covered once on the road already. So maybe worth a look, but at the bare minimum, keep your ears to the street on Loyola Maryland.
Yeah, I'm out on that one. College of Charleston is in South Carolina, pal.
Oh, well, there you go. Not Illinois. Charleston's like 45 minutes to 30 minutes from where I grew up. So
yeah.
That's why I was thinking that. Evansville Purple Aces against the Belmont Bruins. Bruins laying 13.5 at home. Anything from you? I feel like Evansville is just being a little bit overvalued. I mean, I would even put that a little bit higher in favor of Belmont.
Quite possibly. They kind of put up a stinker for me the other day against Ohio. Belmont.
That is true.
I
forgot
I'm not
about
quite
that.
Sure. Yeah, I'm not confident in them. Evansville actually bounced back. They had a rough game open. I backed them against Cincinnati. That was rough. But then they bounced back and won by 20 as an 11-point favorite over IUPUI. So I'm staying away from this one altogether.
Okay, same here. I totally forgot that you ended up back in Belmont against Ohio. I forgot that's how that game turned out. Next one up on tap, I was interested in Tennessee State, the Tigers going up against Norfolk State, but I view these teams incredibly similar. They're incredibly similarly ranked. They're two teams that I love to back. They're two of my mid-major darlings. I can't fit myself in a side, but again, from your boy, the mid-major man himself, let me put myself in full screen so you know. Make sure, keep your ear to the street, the Tennessee State Tigers and the Norfolk State offhand. See, now I put myself full screen. I can't remember what the fuck Norfolk State are. The Norfolk State, they are the Spartans. I wanted to make sure before I said that. They look like they had a helmet on their logo, but I didn't know for sure. So keep your ear to the street on those. Partner, let me bring you back in. All right, here we go. Next game up on tap, Alabama A&M at Jacksonville State. Jacksonville State laying 17. I got no interest whatsoever.
No, Alabama A&M, one of my SWAC boys, but don't like them when they're playing on non-conference games.
No, sir. Good to go on that. So we will keep it moving, keep it grooving. Next game up, Central Michigan at Depaul. Can't play that one. Nothing we can talk about there. Depaul looks like they're going to have another hot season here. So fingers crossed the boys keep rolling. UMass Lowell going up against Dayton. I do not really see a good spot there. Dayton laying 16.5. I would lean Dayton if I'm leaning anywhere, but I got to see what the boys can do so far this year without really having an opportunity to watch them play yet.
Yeah, same with me.
Sure. I was interested in the Penguins, Youngstown State going against SEMO, Southeast Missouri. I love fading SEMO. Fuck SEMO. They burned me so many times last year. It's not even funny. I know they're kids. I know they're just children, but fuck SEMO. They're decent as a dog. As a favorite, they're even worse. I have no interest in laying 6 with them. Penguins made a fucking cover-and-a-half job in their game one. Snuck in the back door and got the job done at 15.5 or whatever it was. I ended up backing it. I'm not interested in hoping that they do that exact same thing again, but I think the Penguins are going to be a team that you want to keep your ear to the street on. Anything from you on that game?
No, sir. I'm grinning from ear to ear because I got some positive NFL news as far as my favorite team is concerned.
Oh, Mr. Aaron Rodgers getting the official start. He's back in action, huh?
Good to go. They still got to activate him, which I'm sure they would.
Okay. All right. Sounds like he's good to go. Look at him over there.
Hey, quick. I might actually.
Cream his jeans.
Pops was having trouble selling the tickets, so I might actually be heading over to Lambeau tomorrow after all. I don't know.
just out of nowhere, just taking a fucking 3-hour trip. Let's rock it, or 2-hour trip, whatever it is. Let's rock and roll. All right, hey, lock and load. Be careful with the fucking snow. You know what the fuck happened the last time we went up to Green Bay? You had the worst drive of your life, pal.
Literally the exact same week of the year too.
100%. It is. They keep coming up on my time hop, all the old videos from Lambeau. So, all right. Enough cheesehead. Let's get back to college basketball. New Mexico Lobos going up against the Colorado Beefaloes. Beefaloes laying 14.5 at home. I just don't think they're that team this year. I see no value here. I'm not going to be backing anything, but I think you need to be tentative with the Buffaloes, in my humble opinion.
Same with
Next
me.
one up.
I got nothing.
Cool. Eastern Kentucky, Milwaukee. I liked Milwaukee minus the 5.5. More of a fade on Eastern Kentucky because they're 2-0 straight up, and they have not had a spread set up for them yet. So 5.5 seems like a pretty safe number, right under the key number of 6. But I get to see what old Milwaukee does. They are finally at home. I like them too, but not going to end up adding them in this one.
Nope. This one's actually dropping down to 3.5, 4 though.
Okay, so maybe not Milwaukee. Forget what the fuck I said. NJIT, the old New Jersey Institute of Technology, my friend, up against Lehigh. Love NJIT. Was going to back them in their first game. Glad I didn't. Failed to cover. Did not look good. Does not look like the same NJIT of old that I knew last year that was a certified ticket casher. So we're going to have to be a little tentative. But keep your ear to the streets on NJIT. Hofstra at Duquesne. Duquesne, I know, you assholes. Okay. I know. I actually have a play out of this game. It's a hell of a day to be a Duke. That's why I am laying it all with Duquesne, -3. I'm fine with the -3.5. I caught it at -3 this morning. I think it's a very, very solid play. They're just far and above better team than Hofstra is. Hofstra is actually one of my darlings, too. When it comes to mid-major play, but I just don't think that they're going to have enough firepower to keep up with the Dukes. A lot of different KenPom stats lean in the favor of the Dukes, so I'm more than comfortable with laying the 3.5. You don't believe me? Believe the trends. Hofstra 1-4 ATS following an ATS win. They're a huge letdown team. As soon as you think you can start backing Hofstra, they just absolutely kick you square in the dick. Trust me, I know from experience. And the Dukes, 4-0 ATS last 4 as a home fave. 4-0 ATS last 4 Saturday games, and 9-2 ATS last 11 overall. The Dukes are a wagon. -3 is more than reasonable enough for me to eat. I will lay it all. Give me the Dukes, -3, -3.5.
That one's all you, but I am interested in them. Most definitely.
For sure. Let me just quickly add that on there. I just thought that I put that closer to -5.5, -6.5. I think they absolutely roll. So caught him at 3. It's up to 3.5. Moving in the right direction, my friend. So it's added to the banner. So you got it down there. The ticker. Any game or any play for you at a USC Temple partner?
No, I do not have anything there. I was trying to fit myself in, but couldn't do it.
Very interesting as to why Temple's only plus 6.5 point dogs, but neither here nor there. I got no play.
Not as bad of a basketball team as they are a football team.
No, sir. No, sir. That is for sure. That is for sure. No, sir. That is for sure. Next one up on tap. I just try and tongue tie myself on these fucking shows. I don't know why. This one hurt. This one hurt because I wanted to play it so fucking bad. I can't even explain it to you, Mags. Cleveland State. Playing Ohio. It's in Cleveland State. Cleveland State, +1.5. I want the +1.5 so fucking bad. It's not even funny. But with how Ohio opened up the season, I thought they were going to be on a little bit of a tournament hangover, and they are not at all. They fucked Belmont up as 3.5 point dogs. So I got to stay away. I got to watch my darlings. I love the Vikes. If I'm leaning anywhere, I'm taking the Vikes +1.5. But keep me out of it. Keep me back. Cleveland State +1.5, but I ain't betting it.
I'll hold you back. I might actually lock in Ohio, man. I watched them the other night against Belmont. They really impressed me. I might back Ohio on this one.
Yeah, they were good, and I can't fade my boys yet. I cashed one ticket with them. I can't throw shade on them this early in the season.
100%.
Next one up. Oh, I wanted to play it so fucking bad. Detroit Mercy at Toledo. Toledo fucking coming off of what should have been an absolutely electric season, closed it out like shit, is starting it like shit, did not look good at any point in time in their previous game, even though they got the straight-up win and cover. Detroit Mercy is a killer of covers, loves to backdoor left, right, and center. Line opened up at 10, 11 some books, down to 9 in some places. I don't have the cojones to back Detroit Mercy, but it's on my list as something to watch. And if I'm leaning anywhere, I'm taking all 9 points in this one, my friend.
Okay, I'm staying away, but I was interested in this one as well.
So there you go. There you have it. Next one up, actually, I got a play out of this one. I think this line is all types of bass backwards, and I think that I got the right side. So I'm going to the matchup between the Delaware Fighting Blue Hens against the Siena Bulldogs. I think they're not the Bulldogs. They're a type
Siena
of dog.
Saints.
Siena Saints. Oh, they got a fucking one of them big old the dogs that save people on mountains. What the fuck are those called? St. Bernards. St. Bernards. Oh, Saints. That makes fucking sense. Okay, hey, clicking together. Here we go. Clicking together, baby. All right, here we go. Things are moving. Things are grooving. It's about 9:49. Hey, we're starting to wake up. Let's go. I backed Delaware against in the last game against Davidson. I told you they were one of my favorites. They dropped down. I think they were just a victim of a weird circumstance. I think they should have covered that game. They are far and above the better team than Siena. They should be favored here by 3.5, 4.5, 6.5. Like they're a damn good team. Per KenPom, they're 163rd in the nation, much more efficient than Siena, who's 269th in the nation. Siena actually has a negative 8.57 adjusted efficiency margin, so I think Siena is going to be an absolute dumpster fire. I fucking love it. I think Siena is going to be an absolute dumpster fire, and I think it's just going to be a great game here through and through. And I think at the very end, Delaware is going to pull away. You don't believe me? Believe the trends. Delaware 4-1 ATS last 5 after allowing 90+ in their previous game. So big rebound team. They're also 7-2 ATS last 9 following a straight up loss to 20+ points. Again, even some more solidifying the fact that they are a rebound team. Siena 1-3-1 ATS last 5 Saturday games. They come out sluggish. They come out slow. 1-3-1 ATS last 5 home games and 0-3-1 ATS last 4 following an ATS loss. I love Delaware Blue Hens to get the rebound, keep it moving, keep it grooving. I think everybody's going to be running to Siena because, oh my gosh, a dog of plus 2.5 points at home. Don't buy it, my friends. Delaware is the far and away better team, and they take care of this by at least 4 points here today.
I'm hopping on it with you, partner. I like it.
Let's go. Let's go, dude. All right, let me add it to the old ticka time bomb, and then we will get back to moving and grooving. All right. Let's keep it going. Keep it shaking. Keep it baking here. Next one up on tap. Geez, partner, you got any plays on the college basketball slate, guys?
I still got 3 left, dude.
Okay. All right. We'll keep it moving. Here we go. Feel like I just been doing the talking. Monmouth. Told you I'm going to be cheering for Monmouth left, right, and center, my friends. I took them plus 4.5 only a few short days ago. But, my friends, I can't back the Hawks against the Tigers because Towson is another one of my mid-major babies. I'm telling you, they're a good team. Keep your ear to the streets on both of these. I'll fucking even do it again. Keep your ear to the streets on the Monmouth Hawks and the Towson Tigers. They are 2 mid-major teams that are absolutely electric. Monmouth getting 4.5 today. If I'm leaning anywhere, I'm leaning Monmouth. But partner, I think the old Towson Tigers might take care of business just with it being early on in the season. The only thing that's really interesting me is that Monmouth was 4.5-point dogs in the game that they've already covered this year. So kind of drew me right to them. They're a cover machine, but I got to sit back and watch this one for today. But 2 teams I love mid-major-wise.
Yeah, I'm out on this one. This one's your world.
Yes, sir. I love them. Love them. But we're going to stay out on this one. Georgia against Cincinnati. Is this fucking football? What, did I flip slates here? What the hell's going on?
College football playoff preview?
College football playoff preview, and it's almost, they're laying a touchdown. Cincinnati, a touchdown and a field goal. Cincinnati's laying 9.5 at home. So, I mean, maybe it is a football game. Who knows? We all know the Bulldogs are not that when it comes to the basketball court whatsoever. But Cincinnati, they're good. They're fucking electric, but 9.5 points against on a Saturday in the afternoon or the evening, I don't know. So I don't have the cojones to lay the 9.5. I think something funny could happen.
Yeah, this is one that I'm not playing that I'm really interested in watching just to figure out a little more about these teams. I'm out on this one.
100%. Next game up, but not one you need to worry about. Arizona Christian, Loyola Marymount. Just keep your ear to the street on Loyola Marymount, LMU. Next one up, Wagner versus VCU. Don't worry about this one at all. No value. VCU might fuck you right in the pooter because they already did for me once this year. I'm telling you, it was not fun. But also their opponent, Wagner. fucking mid-major covered dog. So it might be worth a look today. The old Wags catch it fucking 11 on the road, and VCU already proved that they can't take care of business at home against a much lesser team than Wagner, the fucking St. Pete's Peacocks. So maybe worth a look today, but not on my card. NC Central against Memphis. Nah, there ain't no value there. I know you ain't got nothing out of that one. Interested in lane 11 with Mississippi State against Montana, one of our Big Sky boys.
I'm out on this one. I did not look into this one too closely.
I didn't either. I like Montana from time to time, but 11 seems like a good spot for that to be at. Next few games, nothing real major on tap. Keep your ear to the street on Missouri State. Always a solid team. UT Arlington sometimes can sneak in the back door for you as well. Another team to take note of. Outside of that, really the 7 o'clock slate, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time slate is not the greatest one we've ever seen before, my friends. A lot of no names, a lot of nonsense. Probably the best game, Butler laying 13 to Troy. That might be interesting.
I've got a couple at 7, actually.
You do, actually.
I do.
Okay, so let's see here. Nothing out of Lipscomb in South Carolina State. Mary Hardin, that one, no. Alabama State, Missouri State. You ain't laying 21.5. There's no line there. Alcorn State at Portland. Are you in that game? Oh, my gosh,
sir,
you
I
are.
am.
Okay, Alcorn State at Portland. Portland laying 5 at home. Current total at 144. What say you, sir?
I'm taking Alcorn State plus the 5.5. I've got a couple of decent looks at them this week, actually. This is their third game already. Covered both games so far. Played Wazoo, Washington State, at least for their level of competition, played them pretty well and covered that spread. Other game they covered as 16.5-point dogs. They lost by 3 to Seattle. I kind of see Portland in that same realm, and Seattle might even be a little bit better. So I could see Alcorn State getting this one done outright. I kind of put this closer to a pick 'em. I think it's way too many points, and I like the Alcorn State. I'm blanking on their nickname, if I'm being honest, but I like Alcorn State. I've gotten a couple decent looks at them this week.
The Corns. I don't fucking know what the fuck they are, but I think I also like Alcorn plus the 5.5, dude. I looked at them. I didn't really know. I was like, well, fuck, how'd they drop down that hard? Is that kind of a setup? And then with you saying you got a little bit of a look at them, you like how they're looking, because I didn't dive too deep in them. I know you ended up playing that first game of the year, tailing old M squared there, Mike McClure, but I don't know if I can't call it. I think you got the right side, and I think I'm just going to back you. I got nothing else to say about that one. So there you go. There you have it.
Alcorn State Braves.
The Braves, my friend. That is some odd colors for a Brave, I would say. Maybe just because I grew up with the Braves in my hometown and they were black and red, not purple and gold. Who knows? Either way, there you go. Alcorn State Braves, plus 5.5. Mags, it's added in the ticker. Next one up, Troy at Bootler Bulldogs. Bootler laying minus 13, my friends. I got no interest in backing that one whatsoever. Another one that you need to keep your ears to the street on, and they might just have an opportunity here against Duke, but old Krzyzewski and the boys look fucking good, and that is the Campbell Camels, my friends. Say that 15 times fast, I dare ya. The Camels are a cover machine, my friends. You catch them 6.5 or better as a dog, I would take them 10 times a day and 15 times on Sunday, my friends. No question in my mind. But I don't have the Coyones to back him at 20.5 against Duke with how good Coach K and the boys came out in game 1.
I might be interested in Duke. I probably stay away from this one, but Duke's looking pretty damn solid, man.
Yeah, they are. I can't lie to you there. Bellamy at Murray State. Anything you got in that game?
No, sir.
California at UNLV. UNLV laying 5.5. Anything for you there?
No, sir.
Prairie View A&M against Michigan. Michigan Lane 22.5. What say you, partner?
Give me the Wolverines, my friend. Prairie View is one of my SWAC boys, but they do not stack up to the Michigan Wolverines. This is a big gap in competition here, and I think the Wolverines put the smackdown on the Prairie View A&M Panthers. Had to do a little cheating there, but I like the Michigan Wolverines to take care of business in this one, dude. No doubt in my mind. I think the biggest thing is it's just a massive gap in talent, size, athleticism all across the board. I think this should be right around minus 30.
I think it is too, but after already cashing one ticket against Michigan, I think they might be a little bit overvalued to start the year. I think they're going to take care of business. I don't think you're on the wrong side. This one ain't in Michigan, so that gives me a little bit cause for concern too. This one's a neutral game, so I honestly glossed right over this. I am surprised you are just gung-ho to eat all 22.5, but hey, more power to you, partner. I'll add it to the banner. Holy cow. All right, there you go. There you have it. He's going with the Wolverines minus 22.5.
One of my favorite mid-majors against my favorite conference in general, so I got to find something there, right?
I hope that's not the only rationale. I hope that have to is the we'll see. All right, so keeping it moving, keeping it grooving. Next game up, Davidson against San Francisco. I really wanted to take Davidson in this spot. They looked good against Delaware, but everything's telling me that they are still going to hit that regression. They're just not the team that they were last year, and I think Delaware just got caught in a bad spot. I think that's all it was. And San Francisco's taking care of their first few teams here, but do they deserve to be 7.5-point favorites against Davidson? I don't know. I put this one like maybe a 3-ball contest, and it finishes right around there, 2 points, 3 points. I don't know, man, but I really like Davidson plus the 7.5. I just don't know if I can get all the way in the boat.
Right, I can't tell if that's a trap or not. It seems like, because I mean, everyone knows Davidson just because of what they've been the last decade or so.
And nobody knows the Dons. Who the hell are the San Francisco Dons?
It's either a trap or they're just way undervalued. I don't know.
I don't know. I think it's a trap and a half. So we're going to stay back. We're going to keep an eye on that one though. Next game up on tap, Boise State at UC Irvine. If I'm leaning anywhere here, I actually was leaning somewhere. UC Irvine plus 2.5. I think that they are an extremely valuable team. But I just don't know what the hell Boise State is yet. So I'm going to stay out of this one and just keep an eye on UC Irvine at the plus 1 or plus 2.
Yeah, same with me. You mentioned you like some of these California teams, the UC teams. So I'm interested to watch this one.
UTEP going to gump against New Mexico State. Anything from you there, dude?
No, sir.
All right. Sacramento State at Utah. Anything from you there?
No, sir.
Neither from me. And motherfucker. My boys are playing. No-co's on the hardwood, but I can't back them because there is no spread set. They're playing Hawaii Hilo, who absolutely got murdered by Hawaii mainland on Wednesday or Tuesday, whatever it was. They got fucking crushed. It was like 120-60. Like, it was bad. It was bad. So no spread set on that one. But again, if you don't know, you will soon. Northern Colorado Bears, we bet the hell out of them at this here show. Well, actually, the Talking the Line pod, but probably this show too. Next game up, I actually do have a play out of George Washington playing UC San Diego. UC San Diego Tritons getting 1.5 at home. And I am going to take all of that 1.5 points and expect them to get another outright win here. I backed UCSD plus 10.5, plus 9.5, plus 10, wherever I ended up catching it against Cal, and they looked really good against Cal. They actually ended up winning that game outright, and I just think the Colonials and George Washington are being way too overvalued. They don't need to be laying 1.5 points on the road. They're one of my favorite mid-majors to back, but in a severe dog spot, like 7 to 8 to 9 points. There's no reason for me to lay 1.5, and I think two guys you need to take a note of are Tony Rokic, I think it's Rokoch, and then Bryce Pope. Tony, I'll just call him Tony because I don't want to butcher his last name. He actually played for the Swiss national team, and it showed on the court on Tuesday. He was just jamming, cramming, whamming, flamming, spitting, everything in between. It was absolutely ridiculous what this kid was doing, and I don't think there's going to be a single person on George Washington that has an answer. And then when they decide to start double-teaming him, then Bryce Pope is just going to be open right around the old beautiful three-point arc, and then we're just going to be knocking down 3 points left, right, and center. And I think UC San Diego runs away with this one early and then seals the deal late. You don't believe me? Believe the trends. George Washington, 3-7 ATS last 10 on the road, 1-4 ATS last 5 Saturday games, 3-13 ATS last 16 as a favorite, and 0-6 ATS last 6 as a road favorite. The Tritons are 4-0 ATS last 4 home games, and 4-1 ATS last 5 as a home dog. Give me UCSD Tritons to keep rolling. I'll take every bit of the 1.5.
I'm interested in it, partner. I'm probably going to sit on sidelines and watch this one, but I do like them. They showed up really nicely earlier in the week.
Yes, sir. I'm a big fan. UCSD plus 1.5 is officially added into the banner. There we go. There we have it. All right, let's keep it steaming down the tracks. The final few games, the final 4 games on tap, and we'll probably only talk about 2 of them. That all being said, partner, I know you got to play out of this next one. I know you couldn't wait to have an opportunity to take this play, so please let our fans know what is one of the most valuable college basketball bets that you can possibly take at any given point in time when you see a game like Mississippi Valley State playing California Baptist, and California Baptist is laying 28.5 at home. What might be the best play there?
The biggest, baddest, most hottest fade train that you could possibly find is the Mississippi Valley State Delta Devils. They are the worst incarnation of a basketball school that you have ever seen in your lives. The spread, I caught it at 27.5. It looks like it is already climbing up a little bit to 30.5. The people that know got this one going up because, my friends, this is the lowest spread that they will probably see all season long. And I don't care if this is minus 27. I don't care if it's minus 30. I don't care if it's minus 35. I don't care if it's minus 40. They're going to lose this game by 50 because they lose every game by 40 or 50 points. They were like this last year, and it's not like, oh, they covered a few games. They were the worst team in their conference against the spread. They are a terrible, terrible basketball school. It is a slap in the face to California Baptist that this isn't a 40-point spread. They've already lost once as failed to cover minus 45. Earlier in the week, they lost by 58 to St. John's. And now, of course, California Baptist isn't St. John's. But you can't really beat a team in college basketball much worse than 58 points, partner. There's not much else you can do beyond that. And, it's more of an 80-point loss, if you ask me, as far as the difference between St. John's and California Baptist. It's pretty tough to beat a team worse than 58. So I like Cal Baptist to win by 40, no doubt about it. And this spread next time will probably climb up to minus 32, and we'll be able to fade them for another. Because at the end of the season, this is exactly how it went last season. End of the season, they started covering a few in a row, like maybe 5 out of 8 they would cover at the end of the season because the books finally woke up and it's like, wow, this team is the worst team we've ever seen in our lives. And, I have no doubts about whatever this number finds itself at today.
Me either.
Take the Lancers of Cal Baptist at whatever the spread is. I got it at minus 27. It's right around 30 right now. Go ahead and take it. They're terrible. Terrible.
Take it wherever you want to take it because, the Delta Devils are the worst team in college basketball. Just as you think that they have an opportunity to do anything, they get crushed to the floor again. Partner, I'm backing you 100%. I saw it on the fucking list, and I said, I guarantee you this son of a bitch has a play out of that today. I knew you'd be bringing it, so I'm going to be backing on you. The old Cal Baptist Lancers, minus 28.5, minus 38.5. I'm fine with wherever the fuck it's at, too, partner, and it is added in the ticker, my friends. Last game we'll talk about here. I'll save this one for the last one we talk about. One that I was interested in, Pacific and Hawaii. This is the nightcap, 11 p.m. Central Standard Time start. Hawaii getting the 3.5 against Pacific. I think you got to take Hawaii every time.
I think so.
Hawaii plus the 3.5. I think I'll probably wait on that just a little while longer. But
I think the line is actually dropping. Sorry to cut you off.
So
it's dropping. I'm interested in the Warriors.
Yeah, if it's dropping, then I'm going to be taking the Rainbow Warriors because that line is set like that because of what Northern Colorado did to Hawaii, and then the books are saying, oh, well, Pacific battled all the way back against Northern Colorado, and Hawaii couldn't do that too, so they should be the dogs. And it's completely bass-backwards. Pacific is not that team. My friends, I tell you, I watch loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of MWC, Big Sky. I love West Coast basketball. I don't know what it is. I just love West Coast basketball. I watch a lot of Pacific. They don't need to be 3.5-point fucking favorites over Hawaii. I think finally you start to see them wear out. This is Hawaii's home court, even though it is that invitational tournament in Hawaii, whatever the hell it is. I think they show out finally in front of their home fans. They move to 2-1. They get the cover. They get the straight up win too. So we're both interested in Hawaii. Didn't officially put it on the cards, but probably one you'll see us add. Last game of...
Sorry to cut you off. I just added it.
There you go. Well, I think I might do the exact same as well. So while I'm thinking about it, just so I don't forget about it. But, Barn, I'll let you kick this one off since this is the last one on tap, and I know we both are on the same side for this one. Actually surprised that we're both on the same side for this one, seeing as how you ended the season last year with fading the team that I backed and taking the team that we're fading today. That would be the Baylor Bears against the Gonzaga Bulldogs, and that was our final bet of last year's season. It was the final TTL showdown, and I figured, man, Mags is going to be coming in hot once again all over the Zags. Fuck this, fuck that. They're the best team in the nation. And I looked this morning, and both me and Mags have taken all 7.5 points with the Texas Longhorns. Partner, would you explain why we are hooking them here today, my friend?
I am hooking them because I think this number is a little too high. I'm playing the number on this one, partner. I think Gonzaga is going to win this game, but Texas is a really, really good basketball team. I think the number is a little inflated for a couple of reasons. You and I talked about what Chris Beard says. I mean, he said something along the lines of, no matter what happens, we're going to have a win with all this experience. That typically doesn't sound like a winning gamesmanship. Or, I think Gonzaga's going to win, but I think if they set this number, I think it should be 4.5, 5 in Gonzaga's favor. But I think if they set it right there, the public would have been all over the Bulldogs, and there was probably a good chance that they might have won that. I think this one's going to finish. It might get sweaty. It might get really, really sweaty, but I think it's going to finish under the 7, maybe 5, 6, 7.
100%. I don't think it finishes more than like a 4-point game, to tell you the truth. I really think it's going to be like 4 or 5 points maximum here. I think it's going to be really back and forth. And I think, if you can get the 7.5, you can get. I'm all right with it at 7 too. I wouldn't go much lower than 7. I think kind of the value gets out of it at there. But I'm fine with it at 7, 7.5. That is more than good. It opened up at 8.5 too, so definitely no problems there at 7.5. So there you go. There you have it, my friends. Our entire collegiate football, collegiate basketball cards, the entire slate's broken down for you right here in prime time. You heard it here first. If you didn't tune in live, sucks to suck, because the lines are moving all over the place, and about 95% of our plays, they are moving in our favor. So I think we got some cards coming up here today, partner. Anything else you got to lay out, deliberate about, anything in the realm of the collegiate atmosphere?
I don't know what else I could possibly add. I mean, we don't have any breaking news, man. We nailed just about every single angle that we possibly could. Not any massive matchups, anyways, except for that Texas-Gonzaga one, and maybe a couple, at least that I think are massive ones in college football. Yeah. Maybe not everyone else does, but hey, I think it's gonna be a hell of a day, dude.
I think we're gonna have a great day of collegiate sports, but I also think we're going to have a hell of a day of fights, my friends. And might I remind you that you might not even know this, because you might not be even privy to it. Today's fight card starts in but a mere 1 hour and 49 minutes. 1 hour and 49 minutes.
I saw your tweet, so I am aware of it. But, not a huge fan of those early starters, but hey.
Make sure you get in, shout out Mags, to the UFC blog here this morning. It is pinned on my profile on Twitter, obviously where you're watching this or wherever the hell you're at, or you can see it at Talking the Line under Colts blogs. The UFC Fight Night Holloway versus Rodriguez picks and props is live. Did a little something different this week. So I got 3 money line plays coming at you, and then I have 2 props coming at you. Now, both the props are actually based off of 2 of my money line plays and how I see them playing out, and some of the line movement I saw, and I was like, well, holy shit, the stars are kind of aligning here. Let's just rock and roll. And then I read some stuff about some guys I respect in the industry, and I said, well, shit, they're thinking the same way I am. Let's rock and roll. So 5 plays in total coming at you. Didn't do a parlay. I was going to do a parlay this week, but there were just a few fights that I'm like, man, if I take the favorite in this, the fucking dog's going to upset them. And if I take the dog, the favorite's going to win 5 seconds into the first round. So I just need to stay back and enjoy this as a fight fan. So that being said, I got my head spinning. I'm like, okay, what if these guys are like, fuck, I want to have action on this fight. I want to, you claim to be the UFC guy, Colt. I want to have action on this fight. Can't you just tell me a little bit about it? Well, sure. So at the beginning of the UFC Picks blog now, I've taken the time to break down every single fight on the card. So just instead of giving you a couple of measly picks, a little bit of analysis, I've broken down every sumbitch on the entire card from a betting perspective. So why I'm staying away, some of the key line movements, some key things as to I have no idea what the fuck's going to happen in this matchup, or you need to strap in, this is going to be fight of the night material. I kind of just deducted it. Quick little 3-5 paragraph or 3-5 sentence paragraph. Nothing major, but just give you guys a little bit of additional value. And I did give you the leans in there too. So little bit different than it has looked in the past, but kind of wanted to expand the horizon. Took me a little bit longer to do, obviously, than the usual one does, but I absolutely love doing it for you guys, and that bad boy is out in prime time now. So there you go. There you have it.
I love it, man. I was able to skim through it. Didn't have enough time before the show. I skimmed through. I like that you had my guy Song Yadong on there. That is definitely going in my card. I didn't realize Max Holloway was like minus 800 against Yair. But
yeah, at this point in time, that's kind of what it is, especially after the performance with Calvin Cater last time out. I wrote it in my analysis, too. I'm not taking anything on the Max and the Yair fight. I put it in the analysis, though, that I did. I said the chalk is 150% worthwhile. Or worthy of having that chalk, the minus 800, especially with how Max came out in the last fight. I mean, he just pieced fucking Cater up left, right, and center. And if he even has a quarter of that same striking prowess against Yair, this could get real bad real quick. Now, what I did see is that Max had an injury between now or his last fight with Calvin and now. And I was like, shit, this might not be good. This might be a little bit worrisome. He actually ran an entire fight camp. No fight book, no contract, no nothing. He ran an entire fight camp before his current fight camp so he could test the injury to see where he's at and what he's doing. So I think we see an entirely new version of Max Blessed Holloway. I wrote it in there, too. I've been watching him since I started. I became a fan of the UFC about 2007, 2008. Yeah. Max came into the UFC 2010. He's only 29 years old, partner.
Is he really?
29 years old, and he's been in the UFC for 11 years.
He's been about to make a run, man.
Yeah, he came in at 18 years old. He was a kid. He was a fucking kid. It's absolutely hilarious. And he's been just as good. So I think he's going to go on a tear. I think this is Max Holloway peak. I think he gets back to the summit, if you will. Has another opportunity to fight Volk, and maybe we see him and Ortega again. I would love to see another one with him and Ortega. That was a blast and a half of a fight. So this fight tonight means a lot for him, but it also means a lot for Yair, because if Yair by some chance walks it off, then you see him just catapulted into 145, just king status. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, but as far as that goes, be sure to check out UFC blog. We ain't here to talk UFC. Get me in a rabbit hole talking one of my favorite sports on the map. Go read it. I ducked every single fight. A little bit of thoughts from everything. All right. Outside of that, that's all I got, partner. Looks like these ones are going to be about an hour and a half or so. We have chatted a little bit extra here towards the end when we go through the whole card, so we want to keep it as close to an hour and a half as possible. So we'll maybe do a little bit of adjustment because, too, if we want to have some guests on as well and just talk some shit, too, kind of make some adjustments. But we'll keep coming to you every Saturday morning, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time for a Cup of Joe on campus. I got one final tiny baby swig. Cheers to you out there. Oh, even though it's cold, it still tastes good. Last little bit, none for Mags. All of you, my friends, partner, thanks for joining me as always. Making this a terrific start to our Saturday mornings, our collegiate betting Saturdays, if you will. Wouldn't be able to do it without you, sir. Appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. All of you on the opposite side of the screen, I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. I know I can speak for my partner. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for giving us the opportunity to bring you guys content, chase our dreams, chase our passions, and get up every single day and do what we love. It's because of you guys, and we're only going to keep making TTL Sports Media, the TTL Pod, Wise Words Pod, Cup of Joe on campus, and any additional content you don't even know about, bigger and better for each and every one of you. Strap in, hang on. This here rocket ship's going to the moon. But as for this here show today, that's a wrap. That's about all it is. So I bid you adieu for the final time this week. We will see you Monday morning at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time for The Daily Show, the Talking the Line podcast on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or your favorite podcast directory. But for now, partner, anything else you need to lay out before I get this bad boy closed out?
No, sir. I am ready to rock for some massive football games today, dude.
Let's do it. Make sure you get the cards locked in. 42 minutes until today's slate's kickoff. We hope you have a spectacular rest of your Saturday, unless you have any other plans, a terrific rest of your weekend filled with nothing but ticket cashing and good vibes, love, prosperity, and everything in between. And last but certainly not least, for me and that guy over there, let's cash some tickets.